Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to make one more quick video about my thoughts on the Vanguard beta from last weekend. If you missed my other two videos, they'll be linked in the description below and in the cards at the end. One of them is regarding my thoughts on the audio experience in this game, and the other is regarding 3 things that might be potential deal breakers about Vanguard's multiplayer if they make it into the final game. Check those out if you haven't already, they'll be linked all around. In today's video, I wanted to talk briefly and go over some of the things I really liked about the beta and hope to see in the final release version of the game, at least in some form. If you watch some of my other videos regarding Call of Duty, you might know that while I appreciate some of the mobility mechanics in the more recent COD games, I'm mostly referring to Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, I haven't always appreciated the heavy emphasis on slide canceling, kind of as a general way to traverse maps and to aggressively approach gunfights. In my opinion, sliding should be more of a defensive mechanic. I really think Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 have done this really well. Something that you do to quickly get behind cover and automatically be crouched in a stressful gunfight. And I'm happy to say that in the Vanguard beta, it looks like Sledgehammer has added a delay between when you cancel your slide and when you can start tack sprinting again. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, generally when you tack sprint in Call of Duty, that's when you sprint even faster than the normal sprint with your gun raised, and you begin a slide, your character's tactical sprint will actually begin to refresh for the duration of the slide. So while you're on the ground, that tack sprint time will begin to increase again, kind of like regenerating. Then when you cancel the slide, stand back up and begin your tack sprint again, you've essentially replenished that tack sprint's time without having to slow your movement. In Warzone, I think this is great with how big the maps are. I think it's a great way to traverse these big open areas. But in the context of multiplayer, I've never really enjoyed this, and it seems like Sledgehammer has a similar opinion. In Vanguard, after you cancel your slide and then stand back up, there's actually a short delay before you can start tack sprinting again. And personally, I love this. Like I said, I've always felt like it's something that should be more of a defensive mechanic, and Modern Warfare especially felt like it was moving a little too far into a mover shooter, to me anyway. Obviously, things like Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare were very much kind of mover shooters, but even Modern Warfare, while it was toned down a bit more, kind of back to a grounded version of Call of Duty, all the slide canceling and bunny hopping and all of that felt a little too much like Apex or Titanfall, and I think Vanguard is finding a great balance between classic Call of Duty and the more modern version of the series with the heightened mobility. To be clear, I understand that Apex and Titanfall have much deeper and broader movement mechanics around sliding, double jumping, and all of that, but they are specifically what I like to think of as mover shooters, and I think Call of Duty shouldn't go quite in that way. I've always appreciated how classic COD was kind of a no-nonsense infantry shooter. But anyway, to move on, while we've only had a limited amount of access to the maps, I really love what we've seen so far, especially Hotel Royal. This is my second video using this map. It's my favorite from the beta. I think it's great. And while not all the maps are winners, I really feel like they're a huge step up from Modern Warfare. They're not nearly as porous, and I feel like I can actually move across areas without getting instantly killed by someone from one of the overwhelming amount of sight lines. That was a big criticism I had from Modern Warfare. There was just too many places to camp and too many ways to look down on common areas where you would cross ground. And on top of this, I really like the art direction here that Sledgehammer has. It feels like it's really balanced between the styles of Infinity War and Treyarch. Infinity War tends to be very drab, almost colorless. They tend to just kind of stick with shades of green, gray, and brown. And Treyarch, especially recently, is a little too colorful for my liking, almost cartoony, and it can be very distracting. I found Black Ops Cold War to often be very distracting, and I'd lose track of opponents because something very colorful distracted me. Vanguard feels like it's just in the right place, with enough visibility and contrast to see things without being too distracting by an overabundance of color. But that's it for me and my major thoughts on the positives of the beta, but I want to know from you all. What's your favorite thing about the beta? Are you looking forward to Vanguard? I know I really am, but I'd love for you to leave your opinions in the comments below. It would be great to have a conversation with you all. Lastly, if you liked the video, drop a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike, so I know I need to change something. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all again in the next one.